A journey of 1,000 miles. Why you must rise. There comes a moment in every life when you are standing at the edge of something bigger than yourself. A goal, a dream, a mountain. It stretches beyond your comfort zone. It demands more than you have ever given. And in that moment, you have a choice. Do you step forward or do you step back? Because the truth is this: the only way to grow is to move beyond what you have already mastered. If you only do what you are comfortable doing, you will never discover what you are capable of becoming. Stretch beyond your comfort zone. When you chase something that scares you, something that forces you to reach, you uncover talents you never knew you had. Inside you right now are abilities you have never tested, strength you have never used, courage you have never required. But comfort hides them. Pressure reveals them. You do not discover your greatness by staying safe. You discover it when life demands more from you than you think you can give, when misery visits you. There will be moments when misery knocks on your door: failure, rejection, loss, embarrassment, loneliness. What will you do when that day comes? What will keep you in the game? Because everyone feels motivated when things are working. Everyone feels powerful when the results are visible. But what about when nothing is working? When no one believes in you? When the people you are doing it for don't even support you? That is a lonely place. And most people quit there, the graveyard of dreams. The wealthiest place on earth is not Wall Street. It is not Silicon Valley. It is not Dubai. The wealthiest place on earth is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard lie books that were never written, businesses that were never started, inventions that were never created, songs that were never sung, dreams that were never pursued. Most people take their greatness to the grave. Not because they weren't talented, not because they lacked intelligence, but because they lacked courage. Reasons or results? In life, you can have one of two things: reasons or results. Reasons don't count. You can always find a reason why. It's too hard. The timing isn't right. The economy is bad. The system is unfair. People don't support you. You can point to obstacles all day long, but at the end of your life, nobody will measure your reasons. They will measure your results. Judge a tree by the fruit it bears, not the fruit it talks about. Stop waiting. Some of you are waiting for your family to understand, waiting for your friends to support you, waiting for your neighbor to succeed first, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But what if they never move? What if they never understand? Your parents may think differently than you. Your friends may fear what you're chasing. Your environment may not see your vision. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You become phenomenal, and you attract phenomenal. Don't live by other people's opinions. The day you start living your life based on other people's opinions is the beginning of the end. If someone believes you are irrelevant, that does not make it true. If someone thinks you can't do it, that does not define you. Your self-worth cannot depend on applause. Your confidence cannot depend on validation. Believe in yourself, independent of the feedback. Have opinions about yourself that do not require agreement, because if you don't believe in you, why should anyone else? The distraction trap. Many of you are so consumed by everything happening in the world that you have not figured out your own life. Every blog, every tweet, every viral video, every trending topic, you know what everyone else is doing. But you don't know what you are doing. You can never shine trying to sit under someone else's sun. Stop chasing someone else's lifestyle. Stop copying someone else's identity. Ask yourself, what is the vision for my life? What are my gifts? What am I supposed to be building? Who am I becoming? The illusion of security society teaches you: go to school, get a degree, get a job, be secure. But security is not the same as fulfillment. You can be a doctor, a lawyer, or a CEO and still live inside a box. You can make good money and still not be free. Freedom is not about income. It's about ownership of your time, ownership of your decisions, ownership of your purpose. If you don't build your dream, you will be hired to build someone else's. The power of commitment is everything. You are either committed to greatness or committed to mediocrity. You are either committed to growth or committed to stagnation. Look at how you spend your time. That is what you are committed to. Not what you say, not what you post, not what you plan, what you actually do. If someone says they want to start a business but spends hours scrolling social media, they are committed to distraction. Commitment shows up in action. The decision that changes everything. Change does not happen by accident. Change happens the moment you decide. The decision is the turning point, not the motivation, not the inspiration, not the hype, the decision. When you decide, I will persist until I succeed, something shifts. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop making excuses. You stop quitting at the first sign of difficulty. A journey of 1,000 miles. There is an old Chinese proverb. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Most people love the first step. It feels exciting, it feels bold, it feels heroic. But what happens after that step? When the road looks long, when the mountain looks impossible, when the distance feels overwhelming, that is where most people turn back. They see the entire mountain instead of the next step. Success is not one giant leap. It is thousands of small, disciplined steps. One workout, one phone call, one chapter, one practice session, one small improvement, strung together over time. That is how mountains are climbed. Why people quit. People quit because they are overwhelmed. They look at becoming the next champion, the next entrepreneur, the next great leader, and they focus on the end result instead of the daily process. If you want to be great, focus on today, win today, then tomorrow, win again. Little victories build momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief builds greatness. Why do we fall? We fall so we can learn to rise. Nothing worth having comes easy. An easy life requires giving up on dreams, giving up on ambition, giving up on growth, effort, pain, difficulty. These are not punishments. They are prerequisites. If you love life, don't waste time, because time is what life is made of. Success requires sacrifice. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. Some of you love comfort more than you love growth. If you want to succeed as badly as you want to breathe, you will succeed. There will be days when you are tired, days when you want to quit, days when nobody sees your effort. But champions are built in unseen hours. 3 hours of sleep, late nights, early mornings. Not forever, but long enough to build something real. Lose to learn to win, you must lose. Loss teaches you. Failure refines you. Embarrassment strengthens you. Every mistake is feedback. Every setback is data. The mind is the most powerful tool you possess. If you think positive, you grow. If you think negative, you shrink. Guard your mindset. Action changes everything. Ideas don't change your life. Action does. You can read every motivational quote in existence. You can listen to every speech. But if you do not act, nothing changes. Fear is normal, but action destroys fear. Make the decision. Move forward, even imperfectly. Reinvent yourself. Do not let the world categorize you. Invent yourself, then reinvent yourself. Learn constantly, adapt constantly, grow constantly. You are not fixed. You are evolving. And if you stay in the clutches of mediocrity, it is by choice. Commitment is power. When you are committed, you move differently. People won't understand. They won't see your vision. They won't know why you left a safe path. That's okay. You are dancing to a different rhythm, and you don't need permission. Today is everything. Yesterday is a memory. Tomorrow is a vision. Today is life. If you live today fully, every yesterday becomes a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow becomes a vision of hope. Look well to this day. Regret versus risk. At the end of your life, you will not regret the risks you took. You will regret the chances you didn't take, the mistakes, the embarrassment, the failed attempts. They will not haunt you. But the dream you never pursued, that will. The hunger for growth. If you want anything worthwhile, you must be hungry. Hungry for improvement. Hungry for mastery. Hungry for growth. Prepared for opportunity before it arrives. It is better to be prepared and have no opportunity than to have opportunity and be unprepared. Keep your commitment. What would your life look like if you kept your commitments? If you only said you would do things you truly intended to do? If your word became unbreakable? You would feel empowered, because nothing is more powerful than a human being who keeps their word to themselves. Build something that matters. In the end, success is not just about money. It is about impact, relationships, growth, contribution, help others, lift others, Grow others. When you build yourself, you gain confidence. When you build others, you gain legacy. Final message. Life is not easy, but it is worth it. You are not here to live small. You are not here to hide your gifts. You are not here to be average. You are here to build, to rise, to commit, to act. Stop waiting. Stop explaining. Stop making reasons. Take the step. Break the mountain into pieces. Win the day. Keep your word. Stay hungry. Because the journey of 1,000 miles does not belong to the talented. It belongs to the committed. And if you decide, truly decide, to persist until you succeed, there is nothing on this planet that can stop you.